Hey there, it's CJ Willie and I'm cracking a pack. Today I'm back with a Zendikar Rising Draft Booster Pack. I still haven't gotten my bundle for Zendikar Rising, but hopefully it'll be here soon. Till then, let's crack this pack. Scorch Rider, 4 mana, 3 in red, human warrior at 4/3, has kicker of 1 generic and 1 red. When Scorch Rider enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, it gains haste until end of turn. I don't mind playing this in limited. It can be the top end of the red-white aggressive strategy. Enter the Royal, 2 mana, 1 in a blue, instant with kicker of 1 in a blue. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. If this spell is kicked, draw a card in a blue Templar deck. It's best to hold on to it until later in the game where you can bounce a creature and draw a card all at the same time. Angel Heart Protector, 3 mana, 2 in a white, human cleric at 3/2. When Angel Heart Protector enters the battlefield, target creature you control gains indestructible until end of turn. Basically gives you a free attack. You can choose one of your creatures, give it indestructible, swing in. Depending upon the board state of your opponent, either it's going to take out a creature or they're just going to take some damage. Hagra Constrictor, 3 mana, 2 in a black, snake at 0/0. Hagra Constrictor enters the battlefield with 2 +1/+1 counters on it. Each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it has menace. Black and green have a +1/+1 counter theme in limited. Having the evasion of menace is going to be really hard for your opponent to deal with. Adventure Awaits, 2 mana, 1 in a green sorcery. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. If you didn't, put a card into your hand this way. Draw a card. Essentially 2 mana green sorcery that draws you a card. Only being able to get a creature card is a little odd in Zendikar Rising because it's a landfall set. Mind Drain, 3 mana, 2 in a black sorcery. Target opponent discards 2 cards, mills a card, and loses 1 life. You gain 1 life. In limited, this fits really well into the blue-black rogue mill deck. Pressure Point, 2 mana, 1 in a white, instant. Tap target creature, draw a card. I haven't played it in any of my drafts. When I have drafted it, it's usually been one of my first cuts. Feed the Swarm, 2 mana, 1 in a black, sorcery, destroy target creature or enchantment and opponent controls. You lose life equal to that permanent's converted mana cost. Best common in black, handles just about any creature, even gives black the ability to take care of an enchantment. The life loss is probably inconsequential because if you play it in a white-black life gain deck, it's going to take care of whatever life you would lose. Grotag Bug Catcher, 2 mana, 1 in red, Goblin Warrior at 1/2, has trample. Whenever Grotag Bug Catcher attacks, it gets +1/+0 until end of turn for each creature in your party. More often than not in limited, I found this is pretty much a 3/2 trample. Most of the time it's going to get taken out by a 2/2 or even a 3/2, and maybe you'll get a point of damage out of it. Prowling Felidar, 4 mana, 3 in a white, creature Cat Beast. At 2/3, it has vigilance and landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on Prowling Felidar. Having this landfall ability give it a +1/+1 counter allows this to grow 3/4, 4/5, 5/6. If your opponent doesn't deal with it, it's going to get out of control. First uncommon is Kargan War Leader. 3 mana, 1 generic, 1 red, 1 white, human warrior at 3/3. Other warriors you control get +1/+1. 3/3 body for 3, great already. Giving all your other warriors a +1/+1 buff, gonna be awesome. This is the signal post uncommon for red-white. Draft a lot of warriors and turn them sideways. Shadow Stinger, 3 mana, 2 in a black, vampire rogue at 1/4. Tap another untapped rogue you control. Shadow Stinger gains death touch until end of turn. Whenever Shadow Stinger deals combat damage to a player, that player mills 3 cards. I've drafted the blue-black rogue deck a couple of times. Shadow Stinger does a ton of work. It's really hard for your opponent to deal with. A 1/4 Death Toucher survives just about every combat and takes out their creature. With the other rogue creatures that mill as well, it's relatively easy to mill out your opponent. Final uncommon, Jwari Disruption, 2 mana, 1 in a blue, instant, counter target spell unless its controller pays 1. It is one of the modal double-face cards. On the flip side, it enters the battlefield tapped and gives you an island to tap for blue mana, you can play it as land. If not, you can hold it in the right situation to blow out your opponent when they tap all their mana for a powerful spell. Okay, will we get a great rare or a mythic rare? We have Phylath, World Sculptor. 6 mana, 4 generic, 1 red, 1 green, legendary creature elemental at 5/5. When Phylath, World Sculptor enters the battlefield, create a 0/1 green plant creature token for each basic land you control. Landfall, whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, put 4 +1/+1 counters on target plant you control. I haven't had the opportunity to play this card in Limited or see it played against me. Whenever you get landfall, if they haven't dealt with a plant, it's going to get 4 +1/+1 counters on it. It's going to continue to grow. Although the plant doesn't have evasion, it gives you another body that your opponent simply has to deal with. If not, you're going to win the game. And then we have an island, Fallout Island, and a Goblin Construct token at 0/1. This creature can't block. At the beginning of your upkeep, this creature deals 1 damage to you. This is the token that is produced by the Relic Robber that you give to your opponent and basically acts as a Chandra emblem. My favorite card, or best card out of the pack, is going to be Shadow Stinger. I really like the blue-black rogue deck, and I think this is a key component to that deck. Really hard for your opponent to deal with. They either are going to lose a creature or they're going to mill 3 cards. I think it's a versatile card that has great stats, and it could easily be a pack one, pick one that allows you to build that blue-black rogue deck that will mill them out. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did like it, please subscribe and share. Take some time to tell me in the comment section what was your favorite card or best card out of the pack. Until next time when I'm back to crack another booster pack of Magic the Gathering.